Right now at noon, an investigation into what caused a house fire in Sun Prairie is underway. We'll have the latest. And President Trump is promising to name a replacement for Ruth Bader Ginsburg. We'll find out who he's considering.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in. The cause of a house fire in Sun Prairie is under investigation. The fire was reported a little after 8 this morning at a townhome along the 600 block of Village Lane. This area of town is near the Prairie Athletic Club. Dispatchers say witnesses reported seeing smoke and fire coming from one of the homes. The cause of the fire, along with the estimated damages, are under investigation. Former Badgers running back James White's father was killed in a crash yesterday. Tyrone White, who is a captain at Miami-Dade Police Department, was pronounced dead at the scene yesterday in Cooper City, Florida. Lisa White, his wife, was listed in critical condition. Captain White's son is a New England Patriot running back. The NFL team said that White was inactive for Sunday's game due to personal reasons. A mild start to the work week. Let's head to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at your first warn forecast. Nice and warm out there.
It is gorgeous, too. We've got a little bit of haze out there, but overall, it's a beautiful day. Temperatures have been warm. They're going to continue to stay warm as we go into the week ahead. 67 right now. A little bit breezy, but the wind direction is key. It's out of the south at 11. That's really going to help those temperatures warm up as we move further into this afternoon. 72 in Janesville right now. A lot of us are still to the upper 60s. We'll all make it into the 70s in some way, shape, form, or fashion as we move into this afternoon. And there's more where that came from. No showers or thunderstorms either. Expect things to stay dry. There was a cold front that came through the upper Midwest right in here earlier this morning. You see a couple remnants of showers left, but the reality is our air is so dry that began to fall apart. So as we look ahead, here's what to expect. Another beautiful afternoon. Temperatures top out at 73 in Madison. Some of us may be a little bit deeper into the mid 70s. Three things to focus on, though, as we continue to look ahead. There's no rain in the forecast, at least in that immediate future, and above average temperatures are sticking around. We'll talk a little bit more detail coming up.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Chris. The body of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will lie in repose at the Supreme Court this week. Ginsburg's casket will be on public view Wednesday and Thursday under the portico at the top of the iconic steps in front of the building. A private ceremony will take place at the court on Wednesday morning. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced that Ginsburg will lie in state inside the Capitol's Statuary Hall on Friday. Ginsburg will be buried next week at Arlington National Cemetery in a private service. The justice died Friday at the age of 87. And the death of Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is setting up a big fight on Capitol Hill over who should get to name her replacement. And it's throwing in a new wrinkle into the presidential election. Deborah LaFerrone has more from the White House.
President Trump says he'll name a Supreme Court replacement for the late Ruth Bader Ginsburg this week.
We will have probably services on Thursday or Friday, as I understand it. I think, due respect, we should wait till the services are over for Justice Ginsburg. And so we're looking probably at Friday or maybe Saturday.
CBS News has learned two of the top contenders are U.S. Court of Appeals judges Amy Coney Barrett and Barbara Lagoa. Senate Republicans say they will move swiftly to vote on the nominee.
The president was elected to do this, and the Senate was elected to confirm this nomination.
But Democrats point to 2016, when Republicans blocked President Obama's Supreme Court nominee, Merrick Garland, with 8 months until the election.
They made it very clear that if this happens in an election year, that whoever wins the election should be able to decide who the Supreme Court justice is. The people choose the president chooses the nominee.
The fight over Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat on the High Court has shaken up the presidential election and energized the base on both sides. Fill that seat has become a rallying cry on the right, and the Trump campaign is even selling T-shirts with the slogan.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to fill the seat.
If I win this election, President Trump's nominee should be withdrawn. As a new president, I should be the one who nominates Justice Ginsburg's successor.
Democrats have raised more than $100 million since news of Ginsburg's death broke Friday night. Deborah LaFerrone, CBS News, the White House.
And Democratic nominee for President Joe Biden is visiting northeast Wisconsin today. Biden's campaign says he'll be in Manitowoc this afternoon. The stop comes 2 weeks after Biden made his first visit to Wisconsin as a nominee. President Donald Trump was in central Wisconsin last week. Facebook says it's helped more than 2 million people register to vote. In an online release, the company said it estimates the number to be about 2.5 million. It comes 43 days ahead of the presidential election and 1 day before Tuesday's annual observance of National Voter Registration Day. Facebook is observing the day with a week of action. They're doing a registration drive on Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger apps to help people register to vote. The goal of Facebook's voting information campaign is to help register 4 million people. Yesterday, Wisconsin hit 100,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19. Right now, data from DHS and county dashboards shows 101,321 confirmed cases, including 1,244 deaths. About 85,000 people have recovered, but 14,000 or 14% of the cases remain active. The U.S. death toll will top 200,000 in the next day or so. It took 7 months to reach that number, which is more than triple the usual number of deaths each year from the flu. The U.S. has less than 5% of the world's population, but 21% of all the COVID-19 deaths. By comparison, India has nearly 4 times as many people, and its death toll is less than half of ours. As the flu season approaches, UW Health is offering a drive-through flu shot clinic. The drive-through influenza vaccines are being offered Monday through Friday, 8:15 until 5:15, and will be available until at least October 30th. UW Health says that patients must be 6 years or older to receive the vaccine at the drive-through. It's being offered for patients and staff at the UW Health Pharmacy Services building in Middleton. Patients can schedule an appointment through MyChart. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Calling all bacon lovers, if you're a big fan of the Divine Swine, Nature's Candy, or whatever else you might call this smoking good creation, then you better stay right where you are.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Mad City Baths wants to install our one-day bath and shower systems in real homes at special savings. Transform your bathing experience with a new bath, tub-to-shower conversion, or walk-in tub. Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler, and now 50 homeowners who call will save with 75% off labor plus 60 months no interest. You'll get a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with purchase, and we'll compensate you for your time. Call during this program for a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to see if you qualify. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, dial 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
My son Beckett was 2 years old when he was diagnosed with leukemia. He would get sick. Aubrey would take him to the bathroom and she would rub his back. Our family is fighting this every single day. If Donald Trump gets rid of our health care law, my son won't be protected. We would have to be making some tough decisions about what medications we can afford. We need a president who will protect our health care, and that's Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house, and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Order now and save 75% on installation labor, get free financing for a year, and a $100 Visa gift card. Call to set up your free estimate today.
Tuesday morning, we'll tell you how you can help those dealing with record-breaking hurricane and wildfire season.
And if you're headed to the grocery store this week, Consumer Reports has a list of produce you should buy organic to protect from pesticides. We'll see you Tuesday.
Do you ever find yourself asking someone a question that you already know the answer to? I know I do. So let me ask you, do you like bacon? My guess is you're a huge fan of it. And if you are, you're gonna love what we're making today. We begin by cooking some bacon until it's crispy. Once it is, we'll set it aside. In the same skillet, with all the bacon drippings, we sear a pork butter shoulder. This is gonna lock in lots of flavor and give our pork a bacony smokiness that takes this dish from good to, I can't get enough of it. While this finishes up, to a slow cooker, we add some onions, cut up apples, brown sugar, a bit of salt and pepper, and the bacon that we crumbled. Now we place the pork roast on top, add some chicken broth, and apple cider vinegar, and we set it to low. Once the pork is fork tender and all the flavors come together, all that's left to do is chunk up the pork and spoon the apple onion sauce over it. This is truly a bacon lover's dream. To get the recipe for our pork with apples and bacon, all you need to do is visit our website. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with Kelly, where today we found a slow and smoking good way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Thank you, guys. Up next at noon, a cooler yet mild start to the work week. So what's in store for the rest of it? Meteorologist Chris Reese has more in your First Warn forecast next.
Our current president has failed. He's failed to protect us. He's failed to protect America. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America without exception every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
If unsightly mold and mildew is a problem in your bath or shower, Mad City Baths has the solution. Our baths and showers are infused with Microban antimicrobial protection for easy cleaning.
Cleaning our new shower is so easy. I get the spray bottle out with the cleaner and some paper towels. It takes me 5 minutes. There's no scrubbing, there's no sore arm. It's so easy to maintain.
Discover the Mad City Baths difference for yourself. We're looking for 50 homeowners who need a new bath or shower. Receive special savings with 75% off labor. Also 60 months no interest, plus a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with your bath or shower purchase. We'll take before and after photos, plus call during this program and receive a $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. 50 homeowners will save. Call 608-729-4466.
Transform your home's exterior with simple updates from Menards. Outdoor wall lights add style and security to your home. We have a huge selection of Heath Zenith and Patriot Lighting outdoor wall lights so you can find your style. Whether you're looking for a motion sensing security light or something to just light up your entryway, you'll find it at Menards. All Patriot Lighting and Heath Zenith outdoor wall lights are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
We can't deal with an economic crisis until you beat the pandemic. You can't have an economic comeback when almost 1,000 Americans die each day from COVID. Mr. President, do your job. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
For more than 3 decades, we've collected coats for kids to help neighbors in need stay warm.
This year, the need is greater than ever, so please donate your gently used winter coats and accessories at any Clinky Cleaners.
They'll be cleaned and given to local kids and adults by the Community Action Coalition.
Catch News 3 Now and Magic 98 to learn what a difference your gift can make.
If ever there was a time to help, it's now. So join us for Coats for Kids.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
A rough day on Wall Street. The Dow Industrial's down 762 points so far. The NASDAQ off 119. The S&P 500 down 63. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee on this Monday. Hope your numbers are better.
Well, no, actually, they're not. I think that a lot of the investors that are watching Wall Street are kind of trying to take some defensive measures with commodities because we're down double digits, corn, beans, and really wheat today. And it's really not based on anything connected with the crop. Just a lot of money managing that seems to be going on both sides of the margins. Some of the other tidbits that I want to remind my farming audience about, don't forget, today is the beginning of the next sign-up round for the Coronavirus Food Assistance Program, CFAP 2. U.S. President Donald Trump announced it last week in Wisconsin. We talked with U.S. Ag Secretary Sonny Perdue late last week about any new caveats that we need to know about that. Again, we're looking at $13-14 billion, somewhere in that neighborhood. Perdue stressed to us that dairy producers are going to receive financial support here, and some of the what we call minor crops that might have otherwise been missed out are now being included in this next round. That includes cranberries, ginseng, some of our potato and vegetable crops. So if you're, and even livestock, one point that he made is that if you're a beef producer, the earlier sign up, the first round of CFAP, might not have struck your farm just the right way. It depends if you're a cow-calf operator. It depends what your marketing cycle is as far as livestock is concerned. So if you didn't get involved in the first round, please consider reaching out to your County Farm Service Agency office and finding out what this next round may have in store for you. Believe it or not, folks, there are a lot of farms out there that have very little contact with government programs, but now in light of COVID-19, I think everybody getting reacquainted with those services. So if you didn't get involved previously, you might want to reach out again to your County Farm Service Agency office. The sign-up on that will continue until December 11th. Dairy markets today in Chicago, quiet as far as purchases are concerned. Literally no purchase made on barrel, block, or AA butter. Barrel cheese remains unchanged at $163.5, but the 40-pound block cheese is up another 2 cents today at $264 3/4. We now have $1 difference between barrel and block cheese prices. AA butter also up $0.015 today at $161 1/4 per pound. And like I said before, Mark, I just wait to see when the market is going to adjust for that barrel block. There's no rhyme or reason why we should be $1 difference between those two. And that is a perfect example of why, like I said, no rhyme or reason why we're down double digits on corn, beans, and wheat on the midday either. It's just moving of money.
What was it like around Lambeau yesterday?
Quiet. Freaked me out. I didn't even stay up there outside of, a little bit of fanfare when we scored and something like that. It was just eerie.
Strange times, that's for sure. Well, they played well.
Yeah, they did. I'll take that.
All right, Pam, we'll see you later. Let's check in with the weather now. Chris is over in the Weather Center.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mark. This time I'm focused on the tropics as they continue to remain absolutely active for the Atlantic Basin. We have 3 systems we are watching right now. The remnants of Wilfred continue to spin up. Hurricane Teddy continues to remain a major hurricane. Then we're watching Tropical Storm Beta. This is the one that's likely to at least have some sort of impact on the United States, and that's going to be the southeast Texas coastline. Galveston Island has had a lot of storm surge there, heavy rain throughout southwest Houston, and this is expected to make landfall likely in about the next 24 hours between Houston and Corpus Christi. If you're familiar with Victoria, Texas, that's a community that I'm expecting to take a direct hit from a tropical storm. Wind speeds will be sustained around 45. You'll see gusts upwards to 60, but then the reality is Beta's just going to sit there and meander right along that southeast Texas coastline. This is going to mean heavy rain along the shore, along with constant winds bringing in that storm surge. And then eventually we'll start to see this work its way over towards Mississippi, Louisiana. But here's one thing, just watch how active our season has been as we go through each month. We're at July 1st here. Watch how things really begin to tick up, especially once we get into August and September. This is the peak of hurricane season, and the reality is we're not done. There are other things that we're watching that could develop as we go into the coming weeks. That being said, we are lucky to have the quiet weather that we have. More hazy sunshine is what we're dealing with. We are going to be staying warm this week. Our next rain chance, that doesn't arrive until we get you towards the weekend. Here's what we have right now is a cold front that's overhead. It's going to push through, but the reality is it's only a cold front because of changing wind direction. We're still going to be under the influence of this area of high pressure that will ultimately help keep our temperatures warmer as we go through time. There's not much moisture over the upper Midwest, so we're overall remaining quiet. We'll keep it this way as we go through most of tonight and really most of the week. The only rain chance that might happen is just because we have a cold front coming through, but even still, our air is so dry, we are not expecting any rainfall. Let's go through the rest of this afternoon. 73 for the high. Here comes that cold front. You'll notice that with the clouds trying to move in overnight. You see these little sprinkles of green? That's the reason I say there's a rain chance that could happen for some folks. We just do not expect it. Anything that pops up on radar won't reach the ground. 52 overnight tonight. We're going up towards the upper 70s, close to 80 as we begin to head into tomorrow. That's going to be the overall theme as we move in towards the rest of the week. By the way, by Saturday, we could see highs up around 79 degrees, close to 80 before we cool down. The other thing I'm watching Saturday into Sunday, that's when the next rain chance would come our direction. We've been generally dry across the upper Midwest, but you still need at least a little bit of rain every now and then. So Saturday into Sunday, that's the period I'm going to be watching for that. Otherwise, once again, it's a fairly benign forecast. Warm temperatures in the afternoon, cool temperatures overnight. At night, fall colors are getting ready to do their thing, hopefully in a big way. The past couple of seasons, I freaked out just because of how much I love the fall color, and everyone's like, oh, it's dull. It's not been a good year. So maybe this year's the good year.
Fingers crossed. It's starting.
It's starting, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right, Chris, thank you. Linda Barch from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
If I'm your president, on day one, we'll implement the national strategy I've been laying out since March. We'll develop and deploy rapid tests with results available immediately. We'll make the medical supplies and protective equipment that our country needs. We'll make them here in America. We'll have a national mandate to wear masks, not as a burden, but as a patriotic duty to protect one another. In short, we'll do what we should have done from the very beginning. Our current president has failed in his most basic duty to the nation. He's failed to protect America. And my fellow Americans, that is unforgivable. As president, I'll make you a promise. I'll protect America. I will defend us from every attack, seen and unseen, always, without exception, every time. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 50 homeowners whose bath or shower doesn't look so good and won't come clean. Call Mad City Baths now to take your bathroom from outdated to outstanding in as little as one day. From walk-in showers to walk-in tubs with premium wall designs like white travertine, canyon rock, and more, with microban protection to prevent mold and mildew. Time's running out. Call now to be one of 50 homeowners who save with 75% off labor, plus 60 months no interest, and a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. Last chance to call during this program for the $50 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Have your zip code and location ready to see if you qualify. Throughout Madison and South Central Wisconsin, dial 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
One word?
Anxious.
Anxious.
Because we see what this president is currently doing. We've got 170,000 Americans dead because of COVID. There's this lack of trust.
This country is starving for good leadership right now.
Big thing that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris can do is just rebuild trust.
I'm not going to agree with everything that anyone says. My wife will tell you that from the beginning. But who do I trust my children's future to? I trust Joe Biden more than anyone else.
Linda Barch from the Bruce Company taking your calls at 270-9933. Hello, Linda.
Hi, Mark.
How are you?
Oh, I'm enjoying this gorgeous weather.
It is just absolutely perfect. We'll start with Janet in Fort Atkinson. Hi, Janet. What's your question?
Yes. I'd like to know when is the best time to transplant hardy hibiscus?
Oh, I think we lost it. We lost her. Linda, you there?
I am here.
Okay. When's a good time to transplant hardy hibiscus?
Well, hibiscus, they're outside during the summer, but then to bring it back in, I would not suggest that you change the soil system because you're going to be going into a lot of darkness and that plant could rot. So just bring it in and treat it as a house plant.
I think this is an outside one.
Oh, the hardy?
Yeah.
And she wants to transplant that?
Yeah.
Well, wait till leaves drop. Either do it this fall after the leaves drop or early spring before it leaves out.
Okay, let's go to Bernie now in Fitchburg. Hi, Bernie.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
I want to transplant some ferns, and I'm wondering, is it a good time to do it in the fall, or should I wait till the spring?
You could do it either time. You're going to have to make sure that you water them this fall because we're quite dry again. But early spring is fine. You'd have to get it before the growth gets up too high. So fall is actually a very good time to do it.
All right, let's go now to Nancy in Avoca. Hi, Nancy.
Hi.
Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, I've got a yucca plant, and it only flowers every 2 years. Is that normal for a yucca?
Yes, I've heard of that. What happens is the part of the yucca that flowers, that section actually dies out. So it's those little plantlets on the side that then have to get large enough to flower.
All right, every other year. Jenny now in Stoughton. Hi, Jenny. What's your question?
I'd like to know when I can cut back my daylilies and bleeding hearts.
Well, my bleeding heart has been gone for some time. So this time of year, it's fine. Those daylilies, even if a little bit of regrowth would come. Otherwise, you can wait until a few weeks later, and it's just fine. Anytime. They're starting to look pretty tired right now.
Yeah, they are. All right, let's go to, is this Tricia? Or do you have a question about your iris plants?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a large iris patch, and I was wondering if I could separate the bulbs now, or should I wait until next spring?
No, actually, this is a good time of year to divide them. What I would suggest is if you have sections, a lot of times there's pieces that look all dried up and nasty, cut those off, lay it out in the sun so that section dries a bit just for a day, and then replant them. And remember not to plant them too deep. Half of that rhizome has to be above the soil.
Okay. All right, Bonnie from Middleton. Hi, Bonnie. What's your question?
My question is, I have a huge mum for my dad's funeral, and I was wondering if there is some way that I can save it. It's potted. Do I cut it back, or what can I do to keep it?
And did you say it was a mum?
Yes.
All right. A lot of times those mums are not hardy. They are grown in greenhouses and brought into bloom, and so it may not be one that is going to survive over winter.
Those big ones you see at the store now probably aren't going to survive.
Are not going to survive. Okay.
There's two different kinds. You know, there are hardy mums and there are floral mums. So for a funeral, I suspect that it was probably, well, if the funeral just happened, they may have just used a hardy mum. That is a possibility now that I think about it. But since you don't know, I don't want you to be disappointed. So you could.
All right, we're out of time. Thank you, everyone, for calling in. Linda, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Mark.
See you next week. Here's Chris with one final check of the forecast.
Sunshine continues to stick around for us. We're going to be seeing that throughout most of this week. The best chance of rain is going to come our direction Saturday into Sunday. Otherwise, temperatures are going to be staying above average. Upper 70s when our typical high is into the upper 60s. Then we will cool down into the 60s by the time we get you into early next week.
All right, that's our time. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.